What up, y'all? So, gonna look at some pictures. Gonna kind of, look at them objectively and see if we could find anything strange about them. First, we're gonna start with just some basic modern sewage treatment facilities, right? You have lots of ponds, round standing ponds, round ponds, and then like these long rectangular ponds. This one looks a little bit older. Big buildings by round ponds, square ponds, rectangular ponds, just over and over again. Again, look, a bit of an older looking one. What do you think like an even older looking sewage treatment facility would look like? So this one, square, rectangular, standing ponds where I'm assuming they let UV rays kill bacteria and stuff, because I know if you leave crappy water in the sun, like if you're ever stuck somewhere and you have bad water, if you have water bottles, like clear plastic water bottles, you could put, like if the water's not bad enough, like if it's just kind of, like stream water, you can put it in a bottle of water and put it in the sun for the day and it'll kill everything in it. So I'm pretty sure that's why they have these standing ponds. So we're going to take a look at some different pictures. So we're going back even earlier. Does this look like possibly some sort of sewage treatment facility? An older one, turn of the century or older. They got these round standing ponds. Pond over here, pond back here, pond back here. And then inside here, they have these square rectangular pools, ponds, many of them. But if you notice, people are swimming in it, right? A little strange to you? And if you notice, so this is a really old picture of, I don't know, probably 1900. They don't look like pools. They don't look very easy to get into. They don't look very easy to get out of. I mean, in this, there's like a dock along here. These seem a little bit more reasonable, but, like, what is this strange seating area? And, like, if you're swimming and you want to get out, like, how do you get out? You got to come over to this? Or it just seems like a very strangely built pool for swimming, for humans to swim in. I grew up for a few years in the San Francisco area and explored this place as a kid. It eventually burnt down, which is something you'll hear a lot in history about of great old. Anything old is basically burnt down, and it's just like kind of like a joke, an ongoing joke. But this is the Sutro bathhouse burning down in the 60s. There's another picture of it burning down. It was a pool, and then it turned into an ice skating rink, which is kind of funny. Really pretty building, very familiar looking architecture if you research a lot of ancient architecture. But definitely looks like a commercial building or an industrial building. And there are smokestacks here. There's a quarry here. Many standing pools. Like, what are these pools for? Why are there pools outside that people don't go in? This is pictures of it now. It burnt down, and there's just kind of a shell of it these days. But very unusual looking place with unusual stuff on the inside. Obelisk, monolith, eagle. It's another thing you'll see when researching lots of ancient structures. Eagles and griffins and Lady Columbia. Very odd square buildings with antennas on the top. Inside, though, massive steel building. So I can't find another weird thing. When you'll go to look and try and find some sort of photography or drawings of ancient buildings in your city, you just won't find them. Or you'll find them and it'll look more like it's being renovated. Like the structure's already there, they'll have some scaffolding, they'll say that they're building it. When I looked up trying to find information on the bathhouses, see, like, this just, what is all this stuff hanging? And like, I guess it's just a very strange looking pool. And then just the idea of building a giant building like this, beautiful building like this, to have a pool at the beach inside, it's just all really strange. Doesn't seem like, it's just really weird. Like, look at all these people. Such an odd place. I was saying something. Shoot. So you'll never find any pictures, but usually you'll find a picture of the building with a guy standing by it that's supposed to be either the owner or the architect, someone important. And it's something, if you do a lot of research on this type of stuff, you'll see a lot. And then trying to find, and then you'll also, like I said, you'll find the building's already up, or like, you know, it's questionable whether or not that is the place they're showing, or they're trying to make it seem like they're building part of it or something. There's never any like real concrete, clear construction photos. And so when I went looking for, because Sutro, this place has always creeped me out, and it's kind of weird. It was a weird story. I looked up construction photos, and this is all I get. This is Mr. Sutro. And I don't know, it looks damaged. It doesn't, I mean, there's like, it's like, it looks like they came to the place, it looks like it's set up shot. They found this building, they're checking it out, and they brought like what are these things called? A sawhorse, right? And they bring some pieces of wood and they lay them around, and they have this guy take the picture, and they're like, this is the construction picture. When really you look at this and it's like, okay, well, there's a building there already, this doesn't look new. This looks like maybe it was all broken down and there's all this junk and dirt, and like you know, it's just not a definitive construction photo. Just a really odd place. And to me, it looks like old tech, or it looks like a sewage treatment facility, but a really old one that was maybe found by people who didn't know what it was. And they were like, whoa, we gotta put a name on it to have it have some purpose. Like, it has to have some purpose. And so San Franciscans swam in shit because these people didn't know that it was a sewage treatment plant yet, because we hadn't figured those things out yet, because this building came from a different time, in a different society that had figured this shit out. So the more I know, this is crazy. If you're new to researching Tartarian Empire or old world structures, this sounds nuts, but if you've been researching this at all, you know all these things, because it's like they had a script for every city in every state, and it's basically the same script, massive fires, massive earthquakes, like false flags, old school false flags, and a lot of these buildings that just built of materials that we did not build with in the history of the USA, or built giant beautiful buildings allegedly built in times when everyone was struggling, when there was no cranes, electricity, most people were pretty illiterate, but allegedly in the 1840s, while everyone was immigrating here, they built these 40-story beautiful buildings out of bricks and concrete, when they didn't even know, where the clay was. They didn't even have enough time to find the clay in the U.S. Like, nothing makes sense with the timeline, or chronology, is that what it's called? It doesn't make sense. It's all effed up. And, the more you look at old photos, like here he is again, watching everyone swim in shit. I'm not saying there's shit. I mean, there was at one point sewage in this place. And it's just, they found this building that was a treatment plant. And, what do we do with it? I guess we just build some stuff in it and make it a pool, even though we're at the beach. It's right on the beach. Right on the beach. Like, why do you need to bring water inside? Like, obviously people liked it because a lot of people went there, but people are stupid, especially people back then. Everyone's wearing the same outfit. Another thing you'll see, the more research you do in these old photos, everyone's wearing the same clothes. What is that, a hangman's noose? That's creepy. But yeah, like, does this look like I don't know. It's a very strange place. Anyway, I don't really know. There's a cave that goes through this mountain, and there's like a quarry on the other side. It's a very unusual place. If you're ever in San Francisco, to check it out and just like ponder about it, because it's weird. It's just a weird place. It doesn't make any sense. And the timeline for it is just a little weird. Beautiful building. There is a restaurant, another giant building over here back in the day called the Cliff House, that also burnt down. But like, what are these pools? Like, they weren't letting people swim out here. Like, people were swimming inside. Why? These look like sewage treatment. This looks like a turn of the century. No, this looks like a 1817, what would it be, the 19th century? This looks like a 19th century sewage treatment plant. But I'm pretty sure we weren't making sewage treatment plants back then. And it looks like it was stumbled upon, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they just started putting people in it and having them swim in it when it was clearly a sewage treatment facility. or at least looks like one to me. But I don't know. This shit's just weird. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.